and welcome to the fourth episode of Katt the Witch. Today's episode is very special. I am going to explain to you how I discovered I was a witch, and maybe, just maybe, I can answer this famous question: how do you know you are a witch? This is a very interesting question. More often than not, it is very hard to answer as well. In the Harry Potter series, it was very easy. A half-giant breaks down your door and tells you you are a wizard or a witch. Later on, a wand magically chooses you, air moves your hair, and majestic music sounds around you. Unfortunately, that is not how real life works. Let me start by telling you a bit more about my background. Maybe I forgot to mention that I am a witch from Spain, and I don't know how much you know about Spanish culture, but I can sum it up by saying that religion, Christian religion, was very important until a few years ago. Nowadays, the younger generations at least, do not really believe in that so-called God from the Bible. They need to see things in order to believe in them, which technically erases the concept of believing from its own word. I mention this because I need you to understand that coming out as a witch in a very traditional and religious family was not easy for me. I'm sure that a lot of witches out there share the same experience and feelings like me. I did realize about it quite easily though. I could not believe in this magical God that watched over us and protected us. I used to go to church with my grandmother every Sunday until she passed away. But for me, it was a way of bonding with her and spending quality time with her rather than a spiritual thing. I knew I had faith at something, that I believed in someone, but I wasn't sure about who or what, so I made some research. I am not quite sure where my grandma learned this phrase, but she used to tell me quite often, "Learn to be calm and you will always be happy." I think that was like a nervous, bottled up inside a person. Anyways, my door to spirituality. After the first week of research, I realized I was a very spiritual human being. I loved meditating, spending time with my own thoughts, reading in silence or with calming music, lighting some scented candles, and so on. And I loved reading about the meaning of my own dreams, since I dream a lot. More often than not, I found myself checking the horoscope. So I kept reading more and more information about spirituality until I came across a book called Wicca for One: The Path of Solitary Witchcraft by Raymond Buckland. Now, I won't be talking too much about this book because I plan on reviewing it at some point. But let's just say that it completely changed my life. Everything the book said, it made sense to me, to a spiritual level. I felt embraced by this warm hug. I was not a weirdo that didn't fit in. I just hadn't met the real me until that moment. After that moment, I made more and more research, and here I am now, a full-grown witch. Always trust your inner goddess. Blessed be.